Hey, this is Rachel Cunningham, and you're listening to Joyful Love, episode 74. If you're ready to bring joy and connection back to your marriage, stick around. Each week, I give you the tools to up-level your thinking, open your heart, and bring joy and fun back to your relationship. Because it's not enough just to stay married. We want to love being married. Hello, beautiful friends. I am recording today from my bedroom closet because my son is home with his friend and they're being loud. They're playing guitar, they're singing, they're laughing, and I just didn't want that in the background of my podcast this week. Although it probably would have been very sweet, but he would have not liked that very much. And it would have ended up being annoying to you as well. So I'm recording from my bedroom closet with the door completely shut. And I'm in this little bitty, dark, messy closet. And I kind of figured if it's good enough for Brene Brown, it's good enough for me. I remember one of her first podcasts, she said that she was recording from her closet in her son's bedroom where there was a mess everywhere. So if it's good enough for Brene, it is good enough for me. But today I'm gonna give you guys a quick episode today on something that was brought to my attention by a client recently. And she ended up coming to me and she said, Rachel, I feel so much pressure to achieve these goals in my relationship. And throughout our coaching, we kind of unpacked that a little bit and uncovered her next goal, which was to drop the pressure of trying to save her marriage and drop the pressure of trying to fix everything at once, right? Sometimes when we go after goals, we can feel like we're not good enough as we are. And so there's this intense pressure to go fix everything at once. And so my coaching to her last week was just drop the pressure, let go of that heavy pressure to save your marriage and to fix everything, and just simply focus on enjoying life and getting to know your partner again. And so that's what she did. And she ended up coming back and saying that was exactly the coaching I needed. And she thoroughly enjoyed her partner that week, which is the entire point of my coaching, right? Yes, we have goals that we're reaching, but the entire point is to slow down, get to know your partner again, and focus on developing a relationship that lasts the long haul, not the quick fix to all the little bitty problems in your life today. So there is no rush, right? You are growing in love. You're not falling in love like the beginning. You are actively working towards growing in love together. Now that you have a mature relationship, and it might not feel mature very often lately, but you have a relationship that is deeper and has lasted a longer time than what you felt in the beginning. So you're not falling in love again with your partner. You are growing in love. And I want you to know that is a process, not something you have to rush to, right? So we have such a hustle culture to achieve our goals in life, and that can spread to our relationship goals too. So let's actually look at some of the goals that you have when you come to me. You want to communicate better. You want to stop arguing. You want to emotionally, heart to heart, build your emotional connection. You want to create better teamwork around parenting and housework. You want to listen better, right? You want to be able to put down the distractions and really hear what your partner is saying. And really, work on letting them know that your needs in that process too, of having them put down their phones and listen better to you. You want to stop trying to fix everyone's emotions around you. Stop trying to fix your partner's stress. Stop trying to help them manage their own emotions and really give their emotions back to them and say, I love you but here's your emotions. You get to deal with your emotions. I can help you. I can show up and love you and be kind to you and be generous to you, but it is not my job to figure out how to fix your emotions. That's your job. So that's your next goal, is to stop trying to fix everyone's emotions around you. Your next goal is to understand your partner on a deeper level, right? You want to understand their brain and how it works, and understand, even their past trauma. Like really, sometimes I say that understanding your partner's trauma is like the sixth love language, right? So you want to understand them on a deeper level. You want to stop people pleasing everyone around you and start saying no when you actually want to say no. Another goal is that you want to prioritize your own needs more, right? Put your mask on first. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Take care of your body. Pursue your own dreams and creativity more, right? The last one that I have here is that you want more sex. And you want to have better sex, right? So these are about 10 or 11 goals that I just wrote down off the top of my head that my clients come to me with and that we work on. All of these goals, which they could be problems, right? Like you usually look at these as, these are the problems in my marriage. When you come to me, we turn these problems into goals that we work on achieving in our 6-month coaching program. But all of these goals affect your relationship with yourself, and every single one of these goals also affects the quality of your relationship with your partner. So it's important to recognize that we do not have to bring hustle culture and a rush mindset and a stressed out body and a stressed out brain to our relationship goals. We're allowed to slow down. We're allowed to say we don't have to achieve all of these goals next week, right? So yes, I specifically help my clients reach these goals in their marriage, but we do it over time. We incrementally look at one at a time and say, how can we improve something small about this week, right? We don't learn a concept and then expect it to be perfect the very next week. We don't learn a concept and then expect it to be 100% perfect the very next week, right? No, that feels so stressful and it doesn't allow for enjoyment and fun, right? So instead, we learn the concept, we learn what we're going to tweak, and we say, let's make it 10% better next week. 10% better. That is so doable, right? We're making our goals doable. We're not rushing to them, right? 10% better just feels so freeing, doesn't it? So instead of expecting perfection in your relationship goals, you can say, oh, this isn't supposed to be perfect right off the bat. I'm supposed to give myself some freedom and ease and allow some fun and spontaneity with these goals. It's the same way with building good habits with exercise, right? If you're not used to spending any time on exercise, if you try to do an hour every single day, you're going to feel discouraged when you can't cram in an hour. But if you start small and get your brain and your body used to it, you can absolutely do 10 minutes a day. You might shoot for the hour per day, but on those days when you can't, and you can only do your bare minimum of 10 minutes a day, if you honor that bare minimum of 10 minutes a day, you are training your brain that you are worth putting on your shoes, putting on your workout clothes, and going to sweat for 10 minutes. Your neural pathways need a little bit of time to get used to the change of prioritizing yourself. So it's important to not expect perfection. And that's why we create bare minimums, right? Bare minimum of exercise, 10 minutes a day, or 5 minutes a day, 7 minutes a day, whatever works for you. But create that bare minimum. And then the next week, you can say, okay, I'm going to add 5 more minutes in. And now you're up to 15 minutes a week. Then the next week, you're going to say, okay, 5 more minutes in. My bare minimum is 20 minutes. And you're training your brain to adapt to these new behaviors in a way that it will accept instead of resist. The same happens with your relationship goals, right? So you can say, I'm going to tweak this one small thing. I'm going to get 10% better at it. We're going to get 10% better at teamwork this week, right? And before you know it, your teamwork is so much more balanced because you're not expecting perfection right off the bat. Same with sex, same with communication, same with spending time together, right? You are slowly, incrementally moving the needle towards a really healthy, strong relationship. You're not just jumping right to it. You're trusting yourself that slow growth is enough. And that way, when you say 10% better every week, right? I love that goal. 10% better every week on these different issues that we're working on. When you do that, you allow yourself to grow and learn. You're not just flipping a switch that magically changes things overnight. No, you are intentionally learning to relate with another human being again. Or maybe for the first time ever, right? So yes, some of my clients make very quick changes overnight. And because your brain really is that powerful. And when you change your thoughts, it really can quickly change the dynamics. But we have to be careful not to judge and criticize ourselves when the growth happens more slowly and not quickly overnight. Because there is no solution that is black and white that just fixes all relationships. No, we have to slow down. We have to understand that we are unique and this is a process and that you are growing in love again. You are growing in your relationship. So drop the hustle, drop the stress, drop the pressure of trying to save your marriage, and simply go have fun learning about your partner and enjoying their company. Okay, that's what I have for you guys today. I will see you all next week. If you want help in your relationship goals this year, I encourage you to come work with me. It makes it so much more fun to have someone else helping you to watch your brain, helping you to uncover the thoughts and things that are holding you back in life, right? To help you understand how to see things from your partner's perspective. Coaching helps you to make that 10% growth inevitable. Right? So if you feel like you're just stuck and you're like, I can't even do 10% growth every week, that sounds amazing. But if you feel stuck, like you don't know the next best step, coaching is the answer for you. So I encourage you to book a call with me at rachelcunningham.com/work with me. All right, I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening to Joyful Love. If you'd like to know more about my work, come visit me at rachelcunningham.com. That's Rachel, spelled with an A-E-L, Cunningham.com.